My question is regarding my pregnancy. I want to know if the baby has its own way of communicating with me. I'm 5 months pregnant, and it's been a pretty tumultuous pregnancy for me. I actually tried to abort a few times, and I wasn't able to do so. And every time I tried to abort, I had this really heavy feeling. It was a pull, and I couldn't make it to the clinic. And even though I had all these reasons for, which I thought were very valid reasons for me not having the baby, every time I tried to get myself in the car to the clinic, this heavy feeling over my body.
First we want to say to you that it's not the intention of the baby that you're feeling the resistance about. It's what's going on in your own vortex. In other words, you have put intentions there that moving toward delivery satisfies and moving away from does not satisfy. Because this energy coming in, you got to understand that, and people don't want to hear this, but speaking from the non-physical point of view, that energy does not need a particular fetus in order to fulfill its reason for being. We don't need you to give birth so that we can talk here and now. In other words, we're flowing powerfully through Esther. There are a lot of us pouring powerfully through Esther, and so you wouldn't be disappointing anything that is non-physical by not carrying forth with this pregnancy. But there is something powerful that's in your vortex of creation that you would be disallowing, that you want. Is that helpful?
I think so.
In other words, as you've lived life, you've put a lot there. You want to talk about it in any sort of detail?
I just want to know what that heavy feeling was, that pull that was making me stay in my bed and not go to the clinic.
That heavy feeling is, I'm on my way to do something that's out of alignment with the way the source within me is seeing this.
Okay.
And that does not mean, we're not for a moment suggesting that that's the way it would be for every single person on their way to that clinic. That's not what we mean at all. But given what's in your vortex, you were moving in opposition to what's in your vortex.
Okay.
And it's a wonderful thing to recognize that feeling. In other words, negative emotion always means the same thing every single time. My thought or behavior is moving in opposition with who I really am and what I really want.
Okay. My other question is, I've had a lot of feelings of anger and frustration during my pregnancy. And I'm wondering, can the baby sense all of my thoughts and my feelings? Does it know?
Well, any time a fetus is subjected to negative emotion, it does feel different to the fetus than being subjected to positive emotion. However, this energy is still completely source energy in the vortex, no matter what. In the vortex, no matter what. Representing who you are and all that you want in the vortex, no matter what, you see. So you don't need to worry about that. When people were talking about unconscious thoughts earlier, and we say once that baby is delivered and you begin your communication, then of course you're wanting to be as in the vortex as much of the time as you can, because it will be a better nest, so to speak, for your baby. But we are really not big proponents of any of you feathering anybody's nest, because everybody is source energy coming in, and everybody wanted contrast. And we promise you that this energy coming in knows exactly what it's coming into, knows you, wants what you are, wants the balance that you will provide. In other words, this is co-creating at the highest level, you see. And so the well-being is just so supreme that you just don't need to worry about it. But we don't want you to clean up your vibration to make it better for the baby. We want you to clean up your vibration to make it feel better to you. In other words, don't make this about the baby, make it about the alignment between you and you. There was a woman one day who told us about living in this apartment complex, and she had moved there and she had never really liked it very much, and she had a cat. And after they moved in, she and her cat, the apartment complex changed the rules and you couldn't have pets there. And so she was either supposed to leave or to get rid of the cat, and she didn't do either. She stayed. And so now she's sneaking around with her cat. She's letting her cat out only in the middle of the night, and she's being very sneaky about the cat. And finally, she decided to move to another place because of the cat. And we said, you never liked that place, but you put up with all the stuff you didn't like. But when it came to the cat, you'll move for the cat, but you won't move for you. And we're sort of in an even more powerful way saying the same thing to you. Don't do it for your baby. We know that that's what the world wants you to do. They want you to do things for your children or for your baby or for the good cause or for the right cause. And what we want you to do is get into the vortex for you. We want you to close the gap because you deserve to feel the love of the source within you. We want you to close the gap because you are so worthy, and we want you to know it always, you see. We want you to feel the anger and to recognize that that anger means that you're vibrationally out of whack with who you really are. We want you to feel your way back into alignment and back into alignment so that you can be all that you've come to be. We want the alignment between you and you. And someday when this baby's born, we'll have the same conversation with this baby. We want you to find alignment between you and you. But we would say to the baby, just like we say to you, don't ask your mother to perform in a particular way in order for you to feel good. You have a vortex, and it's your responsibility to get in it. And that's all we're saying to you.
Okay. Thank you.